Boom! What's going on, go-getters? Welcome to Corporate Nightmares, episode 4.
In this episode, we just recap the year, talk about some things that we've accomplished, talk about some things that we have upcoming and some goals that we want to achieve. So make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Yeah, guys, absolutely make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We have a huge goal this year that we reference in the video. We want to hit 10K subscribers by the end of the year. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, share this episode with a friend. We hope you enjoy.
Peace. Boom.
Boom. Go-Getters Podcast.
Happy holidays, everybody. I hope everybody had a great Christmas, great Hanukkah, great Kwanzaa. That's what's still going on. Brian's dick eating in the back. We got two guest hosts. My son Xavier XYL and the B Roni.
We got two guest producers. We got Young and we got Jamie back here in the backfield.
Yes, Sirski.
Yeah, they're gonna be fucking with us throughout the pod. I already know it.
Brian is a wizard with technological advances, and Xavier's been twisting a lot of shit this evening. But we're not gonna get too deep into that. Just go check out the Go Getter story right now.
Right now on IG,
it's gonna be gone by now. Yeah, for sure.
It is what it is. But boom, here the fuck we are. It is currently.
Yes, sir.
Why am I watching talking about some wild shit? It's currently.
I feel a sneeze of brewing, brother.
No, it's December 26th, so we're closing in on the end of this fucking fine 2022.
We just had some Subway. I feel it a brewing right now in the old belly gut biome. Right now.
Unleashed.
And then we did some living room jujitsu before this session here.
Got hella fur balls in my mouth, hella fucking.
But yeah, my ears are feeling a little hot right now. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, we got some things going on soon. We got some things that we got to talk about. We got some things that we got to address here in the Corporate Nightmare episode here. What episode is this, by the way?
4 Corporate Nightmares?
Yeah.
Number 4. Hold on. I'm all discombobulated here.
Well, get bobulated, brother.
Get bobulated.
Get bobulated. Let's go ski.
Yeah, this will be Corporate Nightmares episode number 4. Number 3, well, we did 1, our first pod. Well, nah. The first pod ever wasn't technically a Corporate Nightmares, right? So we have one Corporate Nightmares. Intro. Then we did a Corporate Nightmares with Walter, and then we did a Corporate Nightmares again with just us. Now here we are again.
Yes, sir.
With these two fuckers in the background.
I know. You guys want to come do a cameo quick? Just say what's up.
Oh, Xavier, show on the shirt.
Oh yeah, check out the merch too, by the way.
Boom. Make sure it like refocuses. Is it good?
We'll get them though. It's coming soon. Check out the Go Getters merch.
Yeah. Boom. Go Getters Podcast. Check the fuck out.
Yeah, let's go.
Xavier wouldn't let me borrow the iced out Cuban for the pod.
Bust him down for the pod, bro.
You don't want
for the pod.
You don't want to knight me with the gold chain.
Come on, bro. Come knight him for the pod, bro.
Come on.
Come on, cuz. Ah, true.
It's a good idea. I thought about.
Can we get that over there?
Not that one. We would have to get fucking. Oh Jesus.
Put Sue under the wire over here, so I can get it back here.
Under the wire. No, we'd have to get the other
the mic out
and the other XLR cable.
Oh damn.
Well, not technically the other mic, but the other XLR.
If you want, we can pause it and we can snap right back in when we get them. But study so that when we can have them Google it, they could talk in the background. On some cool shit, on some young Jamie shit.
Yo, Brian, tell us at what time?
Are we back in?
Yeah.
We're gonna start right here.
Fuck it.
All right.
Brian, tell us about
back up.
The Great Voyage. When did they set siege on the United States of America?
What year did Lewis and Clark discover whatever they discovered?
All right, let me find out for you.
Anyway, while he figures that out, we definitely got to talk about the business.
Big business.
We're officially a business in the state of Pennsylvania. Go Getters Media LLC. And we
look it up. Do your research. Do your identity check. Go on PA.gov and look it the fuck up. We're here.
We're officially a business. So with that, we started to develop some strategies. We got our business account. We got some goals for the business account. I think Brian's ready for us, by the way.
Oh, Jesus.
Lewis and Clark started their adventure in 1804 on the Mississippi.
And what did they? What were they famous for doing?
Well, I mean, like, no, like, are you asking like what are they famous for? Like,
why are they known throughout history?
Oh, because they like found like a lot of like the biggest known trails that we have today. But really, it was like they just kind of like used like the Native Americans and had them do it all and just kind of took credit for it.
Interesting. So
that's a little knowledge drop.
Given the game here on the Go Getters podcast.
Absolutely.
Back to the business.
Back to the business.
What
were you saying?
We opened the business. We're officially a business, which means we're gonna start officially making some business moves.
Yes.
We officially got our business account, which means we got some goals financially that we're gonna try to accomplish throughout the year of 2022. And I think that what we should do here is I think we should try to openly talk about it.
Yes.
So that we could make our goals known, so that everybody who watches the Go Getters podcast can hold us accountable. Like, yo, how is this going? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like by publicly displaying it, it kind of puts us in a position where we have to bust our ass, and it's like a fire under our ass, so that we accomplish what we say we're going to accomplish, the goals that we set for ourselves. Feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Side note, it's funny that you say that because I know we've been talking about that a lot recently. I mean, I know you fuck with Aristotle, right? Aristotle Investments.
Yes.
He actually just said on his Instagram today that he think that that's like the worst thing you could do.
Talking about your goals?
Yeah, because it puts unnecessary pressure on you, I guess, which, I mean, I could see why you would think that way, but I think for the reason we want to do it, I think is more beneficial.
See, I like pressure, man. Like, I think that I need, similar to how we talk about how, like, having our job is good for us because it gives us that kick in the pants to get up early every single day and go to work and do those things that we have to do every day. Feel what I'm saying? Like, if we didn't have that responsibility, we might not have been getting up and grinding like we say or we think we would have been. You know what I mean? I kind of had that problem when I was doing like Uber Eats, or I think I was doing what's the one where you do the groceries?
Oh, Instacart.
Instacart, yeah. When I was doing Instacart, I didn't have the discipline. I didn't have the sense of responsibility to get myself and put myself on the schedule.
Because you didn't have to
do the 8 hours or whatever I decided to do, and really plan it out. But I think by displaying like what we want our goals to be, which they're big. Like, our goals for this upcoming year are big. Yeah. So they're scary, but I think that's a good way to put some pressure on ourselves so that, we feel we need to accomplish them.
Yeah. So let's kick it off with that exactly. I mean, the year of 10X, that's like what I've kind of been calling it, and that's what I want to kind of label 2023 as, because I think it gives us like a good idea of what we're trying to achieve in all of our areas. Because we want to, with that bank account that we open, we're trying to, we'll give the number, why not? We want to grow that account to $10,000 by the end of the year. So the 10. We also want to hit, and we'll dive more into this and things we could do to fucking make this a reality, but we also want to hit 10,000 subs this year.
Where are we at right now? Could you guys check where we are in our subscribers right now?
It's roughly 600, though. I know that. It's a little over, though.
The goal is to have 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. 10,000 subscribers and $10,000 into the business account by the end of the year. Yes. And right now, for subscribers, we are at I think like 600, something like that. Yeah,
it's roughly 600.
605.
605, nice.
So, yeah. So we got a good amount to go, 9,400 subscribers to go.
It's been jumping, though. Like, you know how, like, surprisingly, like, what the fuck just happened? Oh. I thought that was, like, the fucking, never mind. Fuck, you just fucked me up.
9,400 subscribers.
Oh, no, what I was going to say is, did you ever realize, like, before when we were just posting episodes, like, you would gain a few subscribers, like, when you drop a pod, and then obviously for, like, when you do giveaways and whatnot. As of recently, though, like, people have just been subscribing just to subscribe. Like,
yeah, it's been growing, like, just every day.
Yeah, not even, like, because of an episode or because of a giveaway or anything like that. Like, recently, it's just been jumping for some reason.
And I think we should get into talking about that, too. Like, we're getting some real love.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just around the city, we're getting real love. Like, I think Kevin told the story the other day. Somebody went to him in the gym, didn't even know who he was. It was like a complete stranger, and just, showed him love for the podcast, which is crazy. And people we don't know are commenting. People we don't know are following. And, subscribing, doing all that stuff. It's crazy.
That's cool, too, because that's real love. Like, you could be somebody who, like, knew us for a long time, like, through, like, school or just from being from this area, and it's very easy to just show love, I feel like, and it's good. Like, it is what it is. But when a completely random person that has no, like, moral obligation to mess with what you're doing, they just like you because they like you, I think it's pretty cool. And I have, like, a lot of those people I, like, admire, or I really like their content or whatnot, but I don't know them at all.
Yeah, it's just really crazy. But for the goals that we have, are those the only two that we've declared so far?
Oh, well, I mean, for me, it's not something that could really be visually seen. I mean, I guess, like, and transformation, yes, but fitness, like, that's something I really, really, really want to focus on.
You're talking about personal goals.
Yeah, like, in terms of personal goals, that's one of my big ones. Like, I want to start taking my fitness very, very, very seriously this upcoming year. The year of 2022 was, like, a big jump for fitness for me, because that was, like, when we started, all of us, like, them two were there as well, when we were going to, like, Planet Fitness every day at the start of the year. That was a lot of fun. That was a big jump, but slowly but surely as the year went on, and I'm really only saying this now because of how, like, weird my December has been, but this month I've been very, like, unmotivated and undisciplined with the gym, and, like, for the first time all year I feel that way, and I've been kind of beating myself up like up over it. So I definitely want to go into the new year really doing some like wild shit and focusing on my fitness a lot because it clears my mind. It makes me a happier and a more hardworking person. So I really want to focus on my fitness going into the new year.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the year like situation. You know, you go hard all year, and at the end of the year, you kind of start to like slow down. The holidays come around, we start to get a little lazy. But I think that's why, like with all of these goals that we're trying to accomplish, you know, like business goals and personal goals, I think it's important for us to have a long-term strategy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Not just declare like this is what we want to do and then have like a pop-off goal. Kind of what we did. Like we'll be transparent about it. These guys are fighting in the background.
No, come on, you motherfuckers. What are you doing?
They're fine. Yeah. Just kind of like how we did our PlayStation. I said we'll be a bit transparent about it. We had these big expectations, but we didn't have like a set strategy throughout the course of that week, which it went well, by the way. It went great. And shout out to Stephen Coolball and his son for winning the PS5. It actually went down. It was crazy. Some say it was the greatest PS5 giveaway ever.
I'd say it was the greatest PS5. You guys are fucks, by the way. So let me say that.
Yo, focus on your fucking podcast, all right?
Yeah, it'd be easier to do if you motherfuckers weren't fingering each other over there, you fucking weirdos.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, though. Like, it was kind of one of those things where our expectations, I would say, did not meet our preparation in any way. And mind you, like, we prepared pretty well in terms of, like, how we wanted to carry out the act of actually giving it away. But we didn't really plan for how we were going to, like, do it as big as we could have done it. Which is maybe just us asking for more than we needed. Like, I think it worked out. Like, we damn near 2x'd our subscriber count.
Yeah,
one giveaway.
It worked very, very well. But I think with subscriber goals, with financial goals, with our personal goals, I think that it would be a wiser approach to have an entire strategy set forth.
Yes.
Like, not just the beginning. Like, not just we're going to post this, we're going to make a bunch of these posts, and then, you know, it's going to blow up and it's going to meet our expectations. It's like, yeah, we'll do the official the official post, but then have a plan, you know, for the first quarter of the year, for the second quarter of the year, for the third quarter of the year, for the fourth quarter of the year, so that we hold ourselves accountable to reaching that thing, so that we could, like, chunk the goal into small pieces instead of being overwhelmed by the entirety of the goal. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, especially with that one, because some of, I think, the biggest days that we could have utilized in that giveaway were some of the least, like, profitable, for lack of a better term. But those are, like, our worst days, the days that I thought were going to be the best.
Right.
And, like, so, yeah, I mean, there was really just preparation would have fixed that problem.
Yeah, yeah. So, shit's crazy out here.
Giveaways are going to be fun, though, going forward. Like, I genuinely love doing that kind of shit.
Me too.
So, I mean, it just comes with, like, money and, like, luckily, like, the turkey giveaway thing that we did, we got to do a GoFundMe and whatnot. But that, like, doing that and coming out of pocket for that and doing that was interesting. It was fun. It was scary. But I want to do that a lot more in the new year. We got to think of, like, some really cool ways of, like, taking that forward. Like either spinning off, like, months, like, doing cool things in terms of, like, what's going on in the world or the holidays. Because that's what we've been doing. We did, like, a Thanksgiving giveaway. We did a Christmas giveaway. That's 2 easy ones. But we got to come up with some cool ideas, too.
Yeah,
and market better.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure. So far we have a pretty cool repertoire. Like, our giveaway repertoire is pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, you know, the sneaker thing, the turkey thing, the PS5 thing. Like, who knows what will really take this shit. We have a real goal. Not this year. Probably won't happen this year with other things that we have to attend to. But we want to be able to give away a PS5, not a PS5, a Tesla. We want to be able to give away a Tesla. How cool would that be?
That'd be fucking nuts.
That's one of the ideas in the future, to be able to give away a Tesla to somebody in the city.
Yeah, or just a car in general, like anything. We gotta do a fucking. The next time we do a giveaway, we gotta do an out-of-state one as well.
True, like anybody could win.
Yeah,
from anywhere.
Because with the PS5 one specifically, we limited ourselves to only doing people in our area, which is cool in a way because we get to show love to, like, the initial people that fuck with us and the initial people that fuck with Bill.
Yeah,
because they're all from this area.
Shout out Bill.
Yeah, shout out Bill. But that was cool. I like that we did that one, like, in town and state, because it was, like, for the people, like, of our area. We were benefiting somebody, like, from around here.
That's the initial thing, bro. Like, we're trying to give to the city of Wilkes-Barre, and we're trying to, like, set our flag in the city of Wilkes-Barre before anything else.
Yeah.
Like, I know for a fact we'll take this shit worldwide, but we gotta start here, bro.
Yes.
Like, we gotta like, you know, really set our flag in this city first and show love to our people first. I think that's important. You know what I mean? To build a reputation with those folks and to get them on board and, you know, give our message to them first.
Yeah. Also partnering with more people that we do podcasts with going forward to give away things similar to what we did with Gemini Kicks, and those would be cool.
Yeah.
But another thing I want you guys to hold us accountable to in this new year, something I really want to focus on, and I know you guys will love because people have been asking for it forever, is clips specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to like really hone in like the ability to produce more. That was another one of my goals. I don't know if I like necessarily solidified this yet because I don't know. Again, I haven't done much planning for it, so maybe that would solve this problem. But I don't know a realistic way with what we do that we could post a piece of content every single day. But one of the goals that I thought about setting for myself was posting some kind of content every single day for the entire year, that's a pretty scary goal in itself to think about.
It's doable though.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely doable.
You have Thursday every year taken care of with a podcast, give or take certain days like
Every
this
week.
year. Yeah,
Every week.
So,
Yeah.
But like this year we had like Thanksgiving was on a Thursday, so we didn't post. Did we post it on Thursday or the day after?
The day after, because wait,
I think we might have posted it on Thursday.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but so yeah, you have like things like holidays and stuff like that that'll get in the way of like your actual schedule, but you have Thursday every week taken off already. So now you just gotta find a way to fill 6 days. And my idea was like doing like maybe like 2 to 3 clips a week, like good ones, maybe like one for each platform, like a short. We could do like a reel, we could do a TikTok like that. And then also like with what we want to do with fitness in this upcoming year, start taking more fitness content. Because we did that for
and
a
gaming.
while.
We want to get that gaming thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
like streaming and whatnot. But that also comes with like, we got to be able to afford to like make a nice streaming setup, and not just for one of us, for most
All
of us.
of us.
So yeah, we all need
Yeah.
something to fucking be able to stream. And I mean, you could stream like the bootleg way. I used to do that all the time. That's how I kickstarted this, but it's not good content. Like it's not content people would just care to enjoy. I mean, there's so many better places you can go in terms of that kind of content if you don't have like what you actually need to stream efficiently and do it the right way.
Yeah, but I think aside from anticipating what we can accomplish, I think we also have to take a separate moment to appreciate what we did accomplish.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Like, bro, we started this shit in May.
yeah. Can you find a specific date, one of you guys? Can you see when we posted our first thing? Brian's probably
In the meta right now.
May 16th.
Oh, damn. That's
no, I'm
crazy.
joking.
Brian's
I
locked
fuck
in.
with you. Brian is locked in.
Brian's locked in.
So what'd you say, May 16th?
May 16th was the first podcast we dropped.
Till December 26th. So what is that, like roughly 7 months?
Something like that.
So yeah, roughly 7 months.
Yeah, and we did podcasts with NFL guys. We did podcasts with skydivers. We did podcasts with, Division I basketball players and professional basketball players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did podcasts with the mayor of our city.
Yeah. It's cool looking about it in like retrospect too, because I know like you and I were just talking about this literally like 2 days ago. We found the notebook that like we initially wrote like a lot of the names of the people we wanted to do guests with. And this was like, at that time, did we have any episodes published?
No, we had a few. I think we were like maybe a couple in, 4 or 5 in.
I don't know though, because on that list, like we even had like Dame and people, and Dame was like episode number 3.
I don't know, man. It might have been early then.
So I mean, either way though, it's crazy to think like in retrospect, the people that we put on that list that we wanted to achieve and we wanted to get on the show, that kind of seemed out of touch, out of reach at the time.
Yeah.
But then to look at that book now, like we damn near did everybody in that book.
So who knows, like who we'll be able to talk to this upcoming year, right? It really might be crazy. I made a post on Instagram the other day, and I was like, mark my words, I will get Meek Mill on the podcast, on the Go Get This podcast. And to be honest, bro, we talk about this often. Like, it does not seem that far-fetched to have those characters on the pod.
No.
It's just a connection away.
Yeah.
Really, that's all it is.
And you gotta make a name for yourself. Luckily, I think slowly we're doing that, but like, there's no telling what will happen over time.
But I think our energy is correct, though, bro.
Yeah.
I think we can really talk to anybody.
Yeah. That'd be wild, having somebody that's what I think about. Like, when are we gonna get like that first person that like everybody knows? Like that first person, everybody that's fucking tuning in knows who that motherfucker is. Like that's like some real like certified guests to have on. I think we've had people like that. Like we've had the mayor in this area, but damn, that shit sound like a fucking goose, son. That shit's crazy. We had like Screp on. Everybody knows those cats, but I mean like somebody big, big guest. That's like I'm interested to see where we take that this year, because like we have a couple cool opportunities lined up. Some more with like some pretty cool cats over like Zoom and shit, which is rough, but it is what it is.
But yeah, we had Nick Hutchinson was pretty cool, because that was kind of surreal to me, because I always been following him.
Yeah, I
always watched him and like admired what he had going on.
Yeah,
and I was, even if it was over Zoom, like the ability to sit down and talk with him was pretty damn cool to me.
Yeah, no, so that's a crazy one. But I mean, even going forward, like what I was referencing was like we have potential through Nick to do like 2 pods via Zoom that we could do kind of whenever we want with 2 pretty well known people.
Yep.
which is pretty crazy.
Speaking of Nick, he was just in my DM. Like
Really?
him and I were just talking about a particular guest that we have the opportunity to talk with on the pod.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like walking me through some of the steps to get to doing that. But yeah, no, it's crazy. And not only like are those accomplishments, but also I think like you gotta take a second and appreciate the personal accomplishments as well. Like overcoming the fear of getting in front of a camera.
Oh yes.
And talking.
Mm-hmm.
And just, jumping in the water.
Mm-hmm. That's rough. And
committing to it.
It's always still there, though. Like, you always have that. I mean, I know I do. Like, there's still fear or there's still, like, anxiety every time you go to do it. But it's like you get so much better at it that, like, you kind of just got to tell yourself, like, I do this shit. This is, like, what we do. It's
crazy, bro, because in 7 months' time, we've done all those giveaways. We've linked up with all these people.
Yeah.
Just recently, Kevin and I did an event where we spoke to middle school kids.
Yeah.
And we went in this school that you and I did not attend.
Yeah.
And teachers were like, knowing who we were, and people were coming out of their classrooms knowing who we were.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't crazy, but it was crazy.
Yeah. No,
it didn't even feel real, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, how we were describing it was like some weird form of like imposter syndrome. Like, it didn't feel real at all. But I think that all boils down to the fact that, like, and we were talking about this, but like a lot of people talk to us like we already made it.
Yeah.
Which is like,
true.
I think like it's an odd misconception that like I think we should probably voice at least our beliefs on that, because I think like we're really just starting. Like, we're not shit yet. You know what I mean? Like, compared to where we want to take it.
Right.
We're the shit to like the way some people perceive us to be,
right.
But for what we want to do, like, we're nowhere near that yet. Like, in a lot of ways, we're really just starting.
I think there's a barrier of what people think could be accomplished coming from this area.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, they can only get this far coming from this area.
But I mean,
we got pretty far.
History made that like pretty true in Wilkes-Barre. I mean, not a lot of people try, and if they do, not a lot of people really do succeed in making it out, sadly.
Yeah, there's not many like pioneers from this area. No. There's not many people who've made it on a world stage. Mm-hmm. There's the Ishmaels.
Yeah.
Scrap.
You got athletes.
Bob Sura.
Yeah. In terms of like business owners or what's going on?
There's I can't think of his name, but there was just that one like viral post going around about the
Soto,
the one football player.
Glowinski.
Yeah,
Glowinski.
Glowinski.
No, that's is that GR?
Mark Glowinski went to GR. Also, Connor McGovern plays on the Cowboys, and he's he went to Lake Lehman.
Yeah.
Which one? There's a bull on the Eagles that I believe is actually from around here too. He's related to like my girlfriend's aunt or something. Like that. I guess he like grew up around here.
That's odd you say that. I actually have like a family member. I don't know his name. This is like somebody old. I think he's not even around anymore, but he was related to my pop, and he played for the Philadelphia Eagles in like the 60s. So some wild shit like that. But well, that's pretty cool. But to think about those people, like Connor McGovern, for example, the guy that plays on Dallas, like I was 2 years away from having to verse him. If I was 2 years younger, I would have been playing against somebody who was actively just playing, like is playing on the Dallas Cowboys right now. So
that's wild shit. But I think still there's room for somebody to really be the voice.
Oh, yeah.
Of Wilkes-Barre City.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And to, like, show that it's possible to make it here.
Yeah.
In a way that's not just sports.
Yeah.
You know?
I think, like, to sum it up, it's, like, just doing what the fuck you want to do.
And
like
being consistent. Yeah. And having a strategy and having a goal and, opening your mind and going after it for real.
Yeah. That was always one of my biggest goals with this whole thing was to, he's going to zoop that thing. Go ahead, buddy. What do you want to do?
What are you doing, Jack?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's always been one of my biggest goals with this thing, though, is showing people that it's possible to, like, just do what you want to do. And like, you're right, all it takes is consistency.
Yeah.
Like, I've talked to so many people that wanted to start posting some kind of, like, we live in an era of content. Like, people want to make content, people want to make videos, people want to fucking be on TikTok, people want to be posting on Instagram. And a lot of it could just be a fluke. Like, they just want something that it seems, like, very lit to attain, I guess you could say. But nobody ever wants to actively take that step of just posting whatever it is you want to post.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be online making TikToks, like, go post a fucking TikTok. You know what I mean? It sounds like the first time is always going to be hard. Like, it's always going to be interesting to, like, put that guard down and do it.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it, just do it and be consistent. Pick a fucking day and upload a TikTok's a 10-second video. Like, when you were making TikToks, how long did it typically take?
It took a lot.
Well, I know, but
it took a lot.
It got to be a lot shorter than trying to record a podcast.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So, I mean, it'll take an hour out of your day. If you really want to do it, you would be willing to sacrifice an hour to make a TikTok.
If you really want to express yourself in whatever way that you want to express yourself. Mm-hmm. But I think a common mentality in this area is like a crab in a bucket.
Yeah.
One person tries to get out and everybody else is saying how much of a bad idea it is. And another person saying how impossible it is, and another saying how unrealistic and challenging it'll be, and how not worth it is, you know.
Oh, that mic about to go flying. Watch it. Yeah, this dangling cord's not a good idea. Will you fix that? Thank you.
Crabs in the bucket.
Yeah, sadly, but like I've talked to so many people that like tell me all the time, like, and I don't know if it's 'cause like I do this, but like I've had so many people tell me like, oh, like I want to start this YouTube channel, like I want to start doing this, like I want to start doing that, like
So the want is there.
Yeah,
the want is there.
But sadly, like I think a lot of people want things, but they just don't actively think about what the fuck is gonna take to do it. Like we all wanted, like when we were in school, we all wanted to go to the fucking NFL, but I don't think at the time any of us realized what it actually meant to fucking go to the NFL.
Yeah, it's multidimensional. It's not only the work that you put in. There's also some work that you have to put in yourself.
Yes.
Like your own limitations and your own aversions.
Yeah.
You know, your own problems. You have some of your own shit that you got to work out and able to, like, put yourself in position to be leveling up your business or your craft or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It has to, like, I mean, I think, like I said before, everybody has that want. Like, everybody has the want to do it. But until you actually try it, you'll never know if it's for you, and if that obsession's not there, it's probably not.
Right. Well, I don't know. Like I said, like I think that's a real thing. 'Cause a lot of people I know, you know, have goals or have things that they want to accomplish, but their mind is so cluttered with a bunch of bullshit.
Yep.
And they're just so like familiar with bullshit, like partying on the weekend and hanging out with people who aren't really, you know, aligned with the life that you want to create for yourself, or doing things that aren't really aligned for the life that you want to create for yourself. Like, to be able to commit to sacrifice and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. And all those things might seem fun. All those things might seem entertaining in that time, but there has to be a level of delayed gratification. Like, I'm going to put all of this fun shit off for now. I'm going to put all of this cool shit off for now.
Yeah.
All of these weekends out. And I'm going to put in the work, and the work might be ugly at times. It might, you know, suck at times.
Yeah.
It might require me to do this, that, and the third. But I know that if I just continually put in this work, the benefits that I will reap, the rewards that I will reap will be so much more worth it than any fucking party, any fun weekend out with the boys or whatever.
Yeah.
I should probably be too drunk to remember anyway.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, I got to just avoid that in general because it was never something I was really interested in.
Right.
Like, we all enjoyed drinking and partying when we were in high school and doing those kinds of things. Like, everybody was there. But oddly, like, I never enjoyed that vibe or that crowd. Like, I always felt like it wasn't me, and I always felt, like, unsafe and kind of unsettled in those kinds of situations. So, luckily, I was able to avoid it easily. It must be a lot harder than we think it is for people that, like, genuinely enjoy those kinds of things to just, like, put it down and stop.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have many of those things that I had to just, like, avoid doing to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it must be hard to actually be faced with the predicament of, like, having to sacrifice your weekend out with all your friends that, you know what I mean? Like, that, it's different for people that, like, actually enjoy that kind of shit. But it's necessary to do what you want to do. Because that, like, just drinking and all that takes so much away. And, like, those weekends take so much away from the free time you do have to chase what you want to do. That's the time you get, those weekend days, like those Fridays, those Saturdays, those Sundays. Those are, like, really your grind days, especially if you have a job.
Yeah. Sacrifice can also be financial.
Yes.
You might have to take a risk there.
Yeah.
You know?
Which we did. I mean, I spent upwards of probably $2,000 on all this equipment originally.
So far, yeah. We still got some things to do, too, man.
Oh, yes. And that brings us back to the goals and shit. Like, part of the main reason, because, like, I'll lay out the blueprint. Like, part of the reason we want to attain $10,000 into a bank account for this podcast is so we can obviously upgrade from one camera to a couple. Like, we want to buy 4 cameras, not like 4 new ones. We would need 3 new ones technically because we already have one. So we want to, like, the goal for, like, this year is to obtain 3 new cameras that we can also, like, multi-use for, like, taking pictures and, like, taking pictures with our guests after episodes and those kinds of things. Also buying, like, one of those switchboards so young producer X over there can fucking start switching the camera setting. Google a A10 Mini Pro if any of you guys want to know what I'm talking about. And it's kind of like similar to a Stream Deck where you can fucking, like, switch the screens around. I'm talking, so you could switch the camera on me, and Darrian's talking, I'll switch the camera on him. One of those. We want to create, like, an undeniable vibe too in this room. Like, we want to trick it out. We want to buy a lot more flags, a lot more posters, a lot, like, those kinds of things, table decorations, all that kind of stuff. So that costs money as well. And lighting. Like, you guys can't fucking see it, but we use a fucking lamp.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lamp.
A bright-ass lamp that we got.
some blinding ass light. And like we have like other LED, like we have other options for lights, but right now them shits are far too bright for this little room. So we're trying to figure out like the best route to go about doing that. But again, it costs money. So you need to kind of set a goal like we're trying to set so you can achieve these things that we want to buy. Also buying a computer. Like if you guys fucking saw what I used to edit these podcasts, you'd think I'm crazy. Like I got a rig together to edit this shit. But it's like you can't just snap your fingers and get a MacBook tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. Yeah,
we got to come up with some schemes, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got a scheme we're playing on too. We don't have to talk about that too much.
Yeah, not too much.
We got a few making schemes, some laundering schemes.
Got to get in the NFT game.
Yeah, to run up some bread.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, a couple different things. But also, because we are now officially a business, we could start operating as a business and moving like a business. So this will be an invitation to anybody watching who does something cool. If you want to like advertise with us, or if you want to sponsor us or any of those kinds of things, we have emails, we have fucking websites you can go to, you can get in contact with us, and we're willing to work with a lot of people. Just, fucking reach out to us.
That's going to be coming soon too. There probably will be some ads in the beginning of the pods or maybe throughout the pods. We haven't really figured that out too much yet, but we're going to look into getting some of that and trying to build streams of income and creating like a legit business out of this. Although it's not like the forefront of what the Go-Getters is in the business, but we're going to utilize it as a business for sure.
We say all the time, and to be transparent about that, that mic's about to go fine. To be transparent about that too, like we do it based off need. Like it's a need-based kind of thing.
There's a lot of things we do based off need. I don't think we do this. Like this is need-based, but
where I was going with that is like the business in general. Like I'm not too business savvy. I've always been a guy that's interested in business and the operations of business, but a lot of those like ploys and ways to make money and those kinds of business opportunities are strictly need-based, because to do what you want to do and to do these things, it costs money. Sadly, it fucking does. So if you want to be a creator and you want to have a voice and you want to do things and you want to touch people and you want to be able to give back and do these kinds of things, it all costs money. And none of us are just, well, some people are, but we weren't just born into a shit ton of money. You got to go out and get it. And that takes need. That's why I call it need basis. You got to go out and get these fucking things to achieve what we want to do.
A lot of shit we're just figuring out on the fly so that we can make other shit that we really want to happen. Yeah. But sometimes that's the sacrifice. Sometimes that's that is what needs to be done to become and accomplish what you want to do.
Yes.
The legacy that you want to leave, you have to sometimes sacrifice some shit.
And honestly, it's fun. Like those things, even though they are need-based, it's an interesting skill to learn. Like
it is.
I'm sure some of you, like your guys' favorite creators and shit, like all of those people operate in a business format. Like they're talking to people, they're talking to really important people, very prestigious people, and they're making things happen. Because like a lot of things we don't, even like in the creative realm, in terms of just like coming out with merch and shit like that costs money, and you need to know people and people that do things right, and you got to have capital to pay for these fucking kinds of things. So even if it is creative, sadly, it still like requires these kinds of things. But it's fun. I enjoy doing that. It's just there's certain things like we were talking about the other day, like going down and cleaning windows and shit like that. I don't want to be doing that. You could, like, sure, you can possibly make X amount of dollars a day going and cleaning people's windows, but do any of us really want to be doing that? No.
Right.
That's the weird balance. You got to make the sacrifice, and I think most of us already do that. If you don't have a job, it's an interesting life choice if you're not in a well-off position. But right now we all need to work jobs because we need to fund what it is that we're doing. That's the sacrifice. Yeah,
I'm about to take a sacrifice pretty soon, man, and go from a full-time position to a part-time position. Take a half of a pay cut, maybe more, so that I can free up some of my time and explore some of the other income-producing opportunities that I have coming up in the future.
Yes.
That's a sacrifice, though, because who knows how that shit's really going to go. I mean, really, who knows?
You don't. Jack's trying to destroy that mic, ain't he?
Another goal this year, too, is I would say we should aim for, like, 2 merch drops.
Just to do 2 drops this year? That's 2 merch drops would be dope. Thing to solidify.
You know what I mean? Like one in the beginning of the year, maybe, or one, midway in the beginning of the year, and then one during the end of the year.
There's been a lot of people saying they'd fuck with it too. Like that's the cool part. I mean, you never really know until you do it, but especially with some of the the routes we were talking about producing clothes in, like there's a pretty cost efficient way of making sure we can get everybody who wants merch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can figure it out somehow. We have like the people too. Like there's people in our lives. We have a fucking great team, bro.
Yeah.
Like shout out Matt Sachs, who's really been, on our side and helping us out a whole lot.
In the back end. You go over to thegogetters.co. Bing! Right here. Go check that fucking website out if you haven't already.
I'll flag it.
Yeah, good point.
Flag it. Flag it.
Flag it. Yeah, well, Matt Sachs created that shit fucking free of charge because he's a savage and he loves us and we love Matt. Shout out Matt. Uncle Matt, that's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have an opportunity with him coming up too that we have more to talk about. We didn't still sit down together yet and actually talk about logistics of this, but he wants to create us some kind of e-commerce website to do these kinds of things like selling merch and selling items like our flags and whatever. So that's definitely could possibly be a reality for this upcoming year. We also have that trip coming up to Colombia with
Yeah, we're supposed to go to Colombia in I think it's February, March time.
Yeah, roughly March for me. I mean, it's really just whenever the passport gets back.
Yeah.
But
It's going to be crazy.
let us know what you guys think about this shit too, but we had an idea. I mean, there's two different ideas. So one is we were going to try to find some way. Fuck, the subway got me going through it.
Yep.
I was going to say the first option, which is going to be the hardest, but we would still love to explore this option, is doing a pod in Colombia somehow. But, I mean, obviously we're not going to be taking our mics and our roadcaster. It's just risky. It's not really worth it to do it, especially how we're planning the travel. Like, we're going to be backpacking and shit, like walking all over, traveling all over. So we're not going to have, like, a steady place to, like, store this shit and safely. And then option B was taking a pod, us three, like, he, Matt, and I before we go, and then taking one back after, or taking another one when we come back to, like, kind of give, like, our update and, like, kind of how it changed us as people, if at all, and just how that experience was. So let us know what you guys think about that. Option A or option B. We'll try to make either of them work. If we can find a way to do it there, we'll do it there.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, that's going to be tricky. Oh, he's chewing duct tape. You could talk, Brian, if you want to.
Brian's like doing sign language.
I know. He's over here fucking throwing up all these signs, pointing at the ground and shit. You have a mic.
You were in like the middle of a conversation. I didn't want.
Well, yeah, that's
and
fair.
then next thing you know, I was like jumping from the camera, started wrangling back. And getting duct tape out of
Oh, no, he's about to saddle his ass like a cowboy.
Put it this way, though.
Trying to be courteous.
This year is going to be a fucking movie, boys.
Yes.
All of us. We're going to have it's going to be a movie this year. Hopefully we can quit our jobs. Let's talk about the corporate nightmares, bro. How they been getting to you?
Oh, man. Well, yeah, I mean, this is a Corporate Nightmares episode. I guess we should dive into the corporate realm.
Yeah, the corporate realm. It might put a toll on your psyche, but
It does.
sometimes you have to traverse in the corporate realm just to understand a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It does. I mean, hey, man, I enjoy what I do now, so, like, I can't bash it too much. But one thing I will say is, like, you can always just tell that, like, something's not for you or you don't belong here. And that's, like, how it is for me.
Right.
And that's, like, at the basis of what it is. I'm sure, like, I expressed that on our last Corporate Nightmares and all of our Corporate Nightmares, obviously. It's not – my position isn't bad, but it's not where I want to be. It's just – it doesn't feel like that's my home. You know what I mean? A lot of people find, like, that career that, like, they love doing and that's their thing and they get obsessed with it. Like, Brian, well, you were there. We found that out about Jake yesterday.
Yeah.
That's some shit, like, I didn't – like, I knew he was, like, passionate about bartending and those kinds of things.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand it to that degree. And that's a good job for him. Like, most people would look at, like, bartending similar to what we do. Like, it's a job. It's not a career. I mean, it's a career for some people, but for him, it's a job. No, he is actually, like, obsessed with that shit. He loves it.
Yeah, he loves it.
So, like, that for him is his thing. And that's honorable. But I don't feel that where I'm at. Even though what I do, I feel like it's meaningful and I enjoy the kids and I enjoy the people. Like, I have no complaints about that place besides just the fact that for 5.5 hours a day, I have to be somewhere where I know I could be being more productive elsewhere, doing better things and doing shit that I want to do, truthfully.
Yeah, I agree. I agree in that it's not the job in itself. I don't hate the job in itself. It's more or less a couple of the principal things. Like, you know, you're getting up at a certain time and you're exchanging your time for an income every single day.
Yeah.
X amount of hours a week when you know you could be putting that in for something that's more meaningful to you, something that is congruent to your legacy.
Yes.
You know?
The curse of life is having to trade an hour of your life for let's say roughly $20. Like, and I don't even make $20 an hour, but, like, let's be generous. Like, trading a life or an hour of your day for $20, like, that doesn't seem logistical to me. Like, it doesn't seem like that's how it should be. And obviously it's how it is, and you got to live through that.
Like,
you got to
remember that post we were talking about one day? It's like, imagine trading 40 hours a week for $400.
Yeah. It sounds so fucking stupid. Like, why would you do
2 weeks? Let's say, imagine waiting 2 weeks and putting in 40 hours or 80 hours for $400 or $600.
But that's exactly what us and a lot of people we do.
Just accept it.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing, but I think there are smarter ways that we can go about making that money.
Yes.
With less amount of effort. Like, if you can build a certain system and make that money with less effort.
Yeah. which
seems like that'd be the more logical thing to do, right?
Which is hopefully what we're trying to do. Like,
Right.
Like we were saying with some of like the business opportunities and things that we have to do, like all I would really need for me to feel comfortable with quitting my job, and go ahead and call me stupid because I don't give a fuck what anybody says. But if I can make exactly what I make now a week faster, I'll quit my job. Like that's like what I want to do. That's my goal. And if I can prove consistency in doing that, like if I can actively make the money I make at my job now in a week rather than 2 weeks, I'll quit.
But in a way that can retain your dignity, but in a way that you semi-enjoy.
Yes.
And that doesn't take away from all the things that you currently have going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Luckily with me, though, like, when I learn something and I learn something pretty well, like, one of my first objectives is to find a way to systemize it. Like, find a way in which that, like, I can make this thing work without, like, the most amount of effort. And if that trait is true to my character, I think with business I can do the same thing.
Right.
Like, especially with some of the things we want to do, like that we talk about behind the scenes about doing, like it seems very systemizable to me. And that's like something, if we can do that and it doesn't require me to wake up early and be within a specific building for however many hours a day, that's what I'm going to choose to do because that's what I've always wanted to do.
I also think like the way the job kind of drains your energy is a real thing.
Yes.
That has to be taken into account.
Yes.
Like energy is in itself a currency.
Yes.
And giving 8 hours of your energy a day into something that isn't really truly meaningful to you.
Yeah.
It takes away from the thing from the energy that you want to direct towards the things that are meaningful to you.
Yes. And I'm starting to realize my battery too. That was like something I didn't really realize too much when I was younger, or even like really at the start of like when we started this, but you have a battery too. Like you have like a capacity for like what you can really deal with in a week or in one given day. Like having to say, go work for X amount of hours a day. You're going to go to the gym for X amount of hours a day. We're going to work on editing and say war room talks for X amount of hours a day. Like that, like even though all of those things I enjoy besides just working, they still take a toll on you. Like that's unavoidable.
Yeah.
And time that you might rather be spending just enjoying yourself or doing whatever, it definitely takes a toll on you. But I've been realizing like my battery recently.
Yeah.
And that's true for a lot of people. It's hard to like focus everything you got on like a dream or something you're chasing if, like you're saying, you don't have the energy for it, which is kind of like it's not a good thing to say, but it's true.
But I think that there is some value in it though. Like we've been playing cash flow a little bit.
Yeah.
And in cash flow, you start in the rat race.
Yeah.
And we talk like the rat race is designed for you to lose.
Yes.
You know? So we have to be competent enough and conscious enough to be able to identify the rat race and then have a plan to escape it. So when we escape it, we could truly escape, and then we could create what we want for ourselves. Like we can create the big podcast, the big platform. We can create the opportunities. We could create the experiences in the life that we want.
Yeah. Well, think of how easy, and we talk about this like in relationship to life all the time, but think of how easy the game of cash flow is when you fast track.
Yeah, when you get out of the rat race, everything is a bit easier.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely appears that way to me. Winning the game's a whole lot simpler. It's like 10% of the game.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is getting out of that. And that's the hard part because
it's like 90% of the game.
Yeah.
Really.
It like,
because all you have to do is just really land on your spot.
Yeah.
Land on your dream. You know? When luck meets opportunity.
Yeah, but it's all the things that come with the rat race, though, that makes it so easy to get stuck in the fucking rat race.
In theory, though, that is the game. That's the board game.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't actually escaped the rat race, so we don't really know what the fast track is truly like.
I mean, we were talking about that the other day. I don't think I truthfully know anybody that's out of the rat race.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I really thought about it, I can name one or two, but
I know a person who might be, but I'm not going to put him on the pod right now.
It's all right. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, when like the entire game basically revolves around escaping the rat race, and that's the fucking hardest part. You got to find a way to systemize and actually set initiative and plans of how you're going to fucking get out the rat race. And I think that's the step we're at now. Like,
yeah, but the crazy part about the Matrix is, bro, a lot of people don't even know they're in it. That's the craziest part about the Matrix is you don't know you're there.
Yeah. Some people just succumb to it, too. Some people just, I don't know why, but oddly, they get comfortable with, like, a given set, like, of things that they got to do throughout a day, like tasks.
I think that there is certainly a comfort, but I don't know if it's, like, they're comfortable with it and they accept it, or it's that they just believe this is what life is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we also say all the time, like,
what life is going to work, paying your bills.
Yeah.
That's what life is.
Well, if you make a decent amount of money at your job that you don't mind going to, you get to come home, you get to eat a nice meal every night, you get to lay out with a nice, pretty lady or a nice, pretty guy if you're a
handsome man.
Yeah, handsome man or whatever. Life isn't really that bad.
True.
For most people.
Very true.
You got a nice roof over your head. Like, realistically, these are all things people aspire to have. Bless.
But I think in that process, though, what we talk about is lifestyle inflation.
Yeah.
So we have, our subscriptions, and we have our payments, and we have our expenses, etc. And that is all in relation to the income that you're currently making. But when you double your income and when you make more of an income, you double your expenses and your subscriptions, and you get nicer things that cost more money monthly, and your expenses double.
Yes.
So it's always a game of cat and mouse. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So Absolutely. I think that there has to be a legit set strategy here. And I think that we have to really be mindful of our own habits and conscious of like what we're currently going through, you know?
That's kind of what I was saying before. I think, like, hopefully I'm right about this, but I think that's the phase we're at now. Like, we're at the phase of the rat race where it's like, now we got to get strategical.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I think we've recognized what it is. We've recognized what is keeping us here. And I think we've also recognized what it takes to exit the rat race. But now it's about, like, planning and systemizing. We got to come up with, like, a fine cut plan for, like, what you want to do to build wealth and to also be able to focus all of your time and gain more time to be able to focus on, like, things like this, like quitting our job, for example.
There's a quote by Warren Buffett, and it goes, "An idiot with a plan can beat a genius without a plan." So as long as we just get ourselves a plan and innovate, I think we can do it. I think we can make ourselves. I think we can get ourselves out.
Which comes back to, I think our entire point of wanting to do this episode was to, like, make some of these things publicly known, to hold ourselves accountable. Like, some of the things that we really want to do to, like, 10x our year coming up. Yeah. In terms of, like, our finances, our fitness, our health, our everything, like, all areas. That's kind of what this episode was for. Is to, like, make these plans. And this is a lot of the shit we talk about. Yeah, that's going to, he does it like every 2 seconds. Do you want to just give me the mic back? So you don't have to keep doing. Do you want to keep it?
Kevin, I would love to keep this mic. This is my mic.
As long as, like, you're cool.
It's me and X's mic, you know.
Yeah. Let's give him. Let's do some research.
What do you mean?
What are you curious about right now? What can we research right now?
All right, Brian, just Google, because I want to know what they have to say. How do I make 10K in 1 year? An additional 10K in 1 year.
It's going to be a traditional. Go to college and get a good degree to get a nice job. And
if you have a nice bachelor degree, it might pay you a little bit more than your fucking associate.
Now college is great.
Yeah, depends where.
It's just a traditional path.
Yeah, there's no like little quick answer. It's the first thing that pops up is Finance Buzz 11 top side hustles for 2023. Quick ways to make easy money.
Let's hear some of these side hustles. What do they got?
Well, the first one is get paid up to $83 every time you win this viral game. So realistically, it's just a bunch of ads.
Kapuscinski.
Advertisements.
Wait.
Kapuscinski.
Earn up to $4,000 playing bingo on your phone.
No way, guys. We can make how much money a day playing bingo?
$4,000.
Can you Google how much the Mohegan Sun profited in the year 2021? Casino.
Well, Mohegan Sun is huge.
Yeah, it's a nationwide thing. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is. They weren't even down here originally, I believe. Like, they bought they bought the arena. That's why it's called the Mohegan Sun Arena now. Yeah. And they make bread, dog. It's in the billions, I'd have to imagine.
$5 billion.
Yeah.
Damn.
In the year 2021 to 2022.
Oh. Funny story about the casino. We went there the other night just for shits and giggles, just to go there to hang out, right? Yeah. And we were sitting at a table, and Kev, Brian, and I were just watching these cats playing craps, and these guys are going crazy. They must have been winning thousands of dollars, right? And Brian was like, "Yo, we got to go check out what they got going on." So we went over there, right? And we walked past this dude, and as I walked past him, he was like, "Yo, bro, come here." And I walked over to him, and he put $125 in chips into my hand. And so we came up with this strategy at the chess table, right? So
if you call it that, yeah.
$125, right? We all split it 3 ways. I got 45. They both got like $41 or something like that, or $40, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, so if we each put our own 20 into a 50-50 bet, we can possibly double this to $120. So we decided we wanted to put it on black, right?
Yeah.
On a roulette
black
table. We put it in there and fucking lost our money.
Yep.
So
mind you, same thing happened on my birthday. That pod that you guys watched for my birthday. Right after that, we left and went to the casino, did the same thing. But what did we put it on red?
Yeah, we put it on red.
Put it on red and
That's
lost as well.
We went on black this time. We're like, well, we lost it on red.
So now we're fucking 0 for 2 on the roulette
0 for
table.
2.
So fuck Mohegan Sun.
yeah,
But
so the way not to go is to gamble. You have to have a
Oh
set
my
strategy in place and to execute.
Yeah.
Unless you're counting cards.
Yeah.
Unless you're counting cards.
Yeah, unless you're an expert. But that's something I think you got to fucking talk a little bit about, too, because, like, some of the people, man, that, and no offense, like, I'm not, like, throwing shade at anybody, but, like, it was some demise in that place. Like, there was
they're
some,
just like zombies just.
Yep. Literally just, you did it
Puffing a
perfectly when
bogey.
we were there, just drag tap.
Drag tap. The drag
Drag
tap
tap.
combo is deadly, bro.
Deadly. But yeah, I mean, that can happen to you if you decide, Brian, come on, intervention time.
That's the path, though. That's the danger of that path.
Yes.
That's the danger of not, like, if you don't choose who you're going to be in your life, life will choose who you're going to be. A lot of times.
Even with gambling, like, this is something you could literally Google. Like, how many people, when they win a fortune gambling,
what
go broke?
What are the percentage of people who go broke that win the lottery?
So even if you do, like, even if you are lucky enough to fucking hit that big ticket and you won, like, I'm a fucking winner, I won all this money, where that goes is even a pretty scary ending. So just don't do it. I was just talking about the other day. Like, that's like one of the things. Go ahead. See what you're going to say.
Whatchamacallit? It says 1/3 of lottery winners eventually go bankrupt.
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 That's crazy. So when we get our shit, they can't say it's by luck. They're gonna title us the sages of Wilkes-Barre because we set it here in stone, and it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Manifest.
But that's like literally specifically what we were talking about before. Like, that's that. What'd you call it? Lifestyle.
Inflation.
Yeah, lifestyle inflation. Like, when you go from making a couple $100 a week to just getting a couple $1 million dropped on you, like, you don't know what the fuck to do because you've never obtained that amount of money, so you don't understand what comes with having it, and that could be very detrimental for a lot of people. Like, I used to say all the time, like, I wish I could win the lottery or shit like that. I don't gamble, really. I don't play lottery or anything like that, but it was always something like, whenever you hear, like, oh, somebody won that Mega Million, they won millions of dollars, you're always like, damn, like, that'd be nice, right? What's going on? You getting a phony?
Person at my garden.
Somebody's
camera.
approaching on the ring? No? Yeah?
I don't know.
Yeah, Darrian got this shit. So now, remember this if you ever want to run down. We got this. It's like an armory down here now, so good luck getting through the front or back. We got surveillance everywhere on this bitch. What? That's funny.
Just the neighbors going in their driveway.
Just the neighbors going in their driveway.
Kev, is there any way that we could put this video to cap off this podcast
Let's see.
of X? Is there any way we could do that?
I probably could.
Of this shit right here?
No,
I probably could.
Jack
Gargle,
started
gargle,
wowing.
gargle.
Oh no.
I wish you guys won't be able to see it. Maybe. I mean.
Oh, he didn't make that.
You did though.
Put yours on, Darren. Darren, do yours.
Gargle,
I didn't save mine.
You just wow.
Oh man. But in terms of the nightmares, man,
I think that's good. What do you think? How long are we in?
just an hour. But I was gonna say, like, what are some of the big things besides like some of the things we touched on? Like, what do you want to achieve out of this upcoming year, like for the business and whatnot?
For the business, I think we talked about it. Personally, I have a few things in mind. I think I want to do another year completely sober.
Oh yeah, congratulations to Darrian.
Not yet. It's not yet. It's not yet. It's not a year yet.
He's not gonna fail though. So.
It'll be December 31st.
No, damn it. There we go. Yellow. I gotta fucking write this down. Sorry.
Well, think about it. Yellow is happy, so you clap.
Well,
Huh?
Like,
I feel like I think of like emojis and like smiley, faces and,
That's fair. Maybe that's how I remember it. The emoji, the yellow emoji. But yes, round of applause for Darren for not successfully yet, but he will.
The 31st, it'll be successful.
Yeah. So
Well, technically the 1st, because New Year's Eve last year I got drunk.
think about that. Literally in 5 days, you'll be 100 years completely sober. That's
What?
fucking nuts.
100 years.
100. Why the fuck did I say 100? A whole year completely sober. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I think I want to do that again. I think I want to try to, I think I want to re-download Headspace and meditate 365 days in a row. I think that'd be a cool goal.
Interesting.
And I don't know. Me and Matt have some plans to run like a marathon.
Yeah.
I think something like that. Maybe it's 31 miles. Do a Spartan race.
Yeah.
Which I think would be cool. But him and I don't know the specific details to that yet.
Yeah.
So I don't really know personally what else I want to do. I got some other things in the works, some things I'm thinking about, but I will really sit down on pen and paper on New Year's Eve and get some goals written down.
Yeah. That's still what I want to do too. Like I want to maybe like right at the start of the, because we talked about like capping the year off with like a cool video like this, and like maybe starting the video or the new year with like a video talking about our goals. We kind of did both in this pod, but I want to do the same. Like I want to like write down things that I want to achieve myself on pen and paper, and
We should all do that, by the way.
yeah, we'll make that. Well, that's
Should get a yearly goal.
I wanted to, before we end, we'll talk to them about some of the things they want to achieve so they can be held accountable as well. But yeah, definitely I want to like write that kind of shit down so I can like set it in stone, have it so I can always look at it, and then you guys will obviously know what that is. So you guys can hold me accountable. That's going to be interesting.
I have an idea on the pod right now.
What's that?
So, what if we had an incentive to subscribing so that people who aren't yet subscribed are more inclined to subscribe to help us to reach that 10,000 subscriber goal? Like, what if, we do our plan, like, boom, what's up, go-getters, help us reach our, 10,000 subscriber goal.
Yeah.
And if we reach it by the end of the year, we'll do this. Like, how can we cap it off in that way? You know what I mean?
That's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I think we would probably have to take the time to actually figure that out. Without
I just thought about that, and I figured I had to just say it.
Yeah.
And now it's like writing it down. It's on the podcast.
That's a good idea. Well, I'm happy you brought up the first part, because what we're going to start doing is like in every intro, like that's one of the things we wanted to talk about too, is like we're going to start saying that and actively like kind of like
speaking into
a call to action.
We calling it to action, yeah.
Yeah, we want to give you guys a call to action. I know like a lot of people that already watch us and already fucked with us very consistently are subscribed, but I could probably pull up the stat right now.
Yeah, like what's the percentage of viewers who consistently watch who aren't subscribed?
Yeah, I definitely could figure that metric out right now. So give me a second.
Brian, in the meantime, could we look up give me something crazy to look up. Kevin, what do you think?
You need to give me something to look up.
What percentage of businesses succeed? Look that up. Dum 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 dum.
Okay, so it says the business failure rate in the U.S. within the first year is nearly 20%. It's about 18.4% to be exact. So that means like in the first year, your business has like a 20% chance to fail like automatically.
Damn.
Wow. Interesting. Well, we've already been almost running for a whole year.
Not technically.
Almost. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
No,
okay. But
not technically. We've only been in business since Saturday.
Oh, yeah, technically.
I will say it actually goes up over the years.
Really?
Yeah. So which is
So from 20% to what?
30% at 2 years, 37.9 at 3 years, 44.5 at 4 years, and 49.7 at 5.
Damn. So almost a 50% chance after 5 years of your business failing.
That's quite weird.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting.
One thing I will say, because I haven't been able to find that specific one yet, but I know you could. One thing I will say is, out of all of our watch hours and time so far, so like people that have just watched like podcasts in full length, just all of our watch time in general, 83.4% of the entirety of our watch time is people that are not subscribed.
Wow.
So only
Say
16.
that again?
So, or I'll say it the other way, 16.6% of people that watch our content, like this is off time, not just off views, are subscribed. 83.4% are not.
Damn.
So our total time viewed is, let's see, dashboard.
So I will say in the meantime, it says I looked in a little bit deeper and it says 65% fail in the first 10 years, and only 25% of new businesses make it to 15 years or more.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we have 1.3 thousand public watch hours, 1,347 to be specific, and 83 point whatever percent of that are people that are not subscribed. So a lot of time for people that are not subscribed. So if you're one of those fucking people that love watching our show, just fucking subscribe. Do it. It makes me very happy every time I get to go on there and see that we jumped a certain amount of subscribers.
Okay,
it's always super cool.
We should put a little note in this podcast.
What's that?
If you comment with 6 octopuses or 6 octopi,
Octopi.
me and Cal will give you $25.
Oh, Jesus.
Check it out. And you don't count, you fucks.
Obviously.
Did anybody ever do that last
Either
one?
just Lara. Huh?
Did anybody ever do that
I don't
last
think
one?
so.
I don't think so either.
Wait. Did that one go up?
No, that was the UFC pod. We lost it.
Fuck.
We lost
That's
the UFC
the
pod.
worst. Yeah, you guys will never get to see that, but
You
yeah.
guys know Kevin fumbled the bag with the fire pod.
Yeah, I did. It is what it is. I was a little drunk.
Yeah.
It was I had to clear space on the camera while I was a little fucked up to do that pod that we did for my birthday. And it sucked because it wasn't even like, it wasn't just like user error, like I just completely fucked up and just did it. It was there was 2 podcasts on there. They were both just with us 3, me, Darren, and Brian, because one was a UFC pod, and then one was the one thanking people for the turkey thing that we did. And I thought I was deleting the turkey video, but I accidentally deleted the UFC one instead. So
I'm just kind of like reading like little small tidbits like upon that thing I just looked up.
yeah,
And this is actually kind of funny because we've been dealing a lot with cash flow nowadays.
yeah.
It says 82% of the small businesses fail due to cash flow problems.
Yes.
So, we're gonna have to keep playing cash flow. Get our knowledge up, make sure that doesn't happen.
Knowledge.
Yes, gnarly. But yeah, so I can't find the specific one, but we also had 3 pods this year go. That was one of my big goals for the year, was to just have one podcast hit 1,000 views. We've had 3 officially hit 1,000 views now.
Knowledge.
So over 1,000. Those 3 combined, I think, are pushing like 4,000. So that's fucking pretty cool.
What do you think, though, brother?
What?
I think we're good.
You want to ender?
Yeah.
Enderman?
The Enderman. You guys have any personal goals you want to tackle?
Talk about your guys' fucking personal goals.
Brian and
You guys are being some swamp donkeys back there.
You got any personal goals you want to accomplish?
Personal goals I want to accomplish by like the new year.
Yeah, not a resolution. It's different than a resolution. Like a metric, like a goal that you could like find the metrics of, like a way to measure your goal.
And say it to hold yourself accountable on here. You can always come back and watch
something you're
this.
thinking about. Obviously, you might have not put that much thought into
honestly, there's nothing like I could say like that's like too definitive, but like it's probably just like just to manage my money better.
Yeah.
Like especially like after like we like finally started like writing down our doodads and expenses and all the stuff that we don't.
Yes.
do. I want to continue to do that through the new year.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year, I want to like just kind of see how much money I would have saved, comparing it to that 1 month that we did. Where like
what you should do is you should like set a definitive goal, like a financial goal for yourself. Like I want to have X amount of dollars in this account by boom. You know what I mean?
Fair.
That way you could actually track it and you can hold yourself accountable.
Yeah, I'll have to calculate like how much like my monthly cash flow is like after like these next 2 months. Cause, like November and December are a weird month because of Christmas and all the money you're spending on that.
Yeah.
So I'll try to use like January and February as like a, there's not much I'm gonna be spending money on, so I could really kind of look at it, see how much money I make per month, like that's not being paid to bills, and then I could probably like make a goal after I see that.
Yeah, and also I encourage the viewers too to find definitive goals that you want to accomplish by the end of next year.
Join us in our fucking 10x year mission. Like, just to recap what we want to do.
Join us, Primals, in our 10x mission.
That's funny. Just to reiterate, though, like some of the things that we want to do so you guys can and will hold us accountable is we want to put 10K in our business account, and we will definitely share that, like, the moment that, like, I don't think that that's something I'd want to hide. Like, we fucking hit 10K in that thing. We could share it publicly. Let's tell people, because I think that's a pretty cool goal that we're voicing here that we want to achieve.
Just watch the back door, though.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The back door is always going to be there.
Yeah.
10,000 subscribers. We're going to be actively trying to market and promote ourselves a lot better and call into action what we actually want to do, and that's hitting 10. We want to obviously go way above that, but to give ourselves an actual goal, kind of similar to what he was talking about, want to hit 10K subscribers. Me, I don't know how I'll like show what I want to do fitness wise. I haven't even necessarily came up with.
You
what
can
I
come up with like
yet.
you want to lose this many pounds and you want to weigh 210 pounds by the end of the year.
That's a good one. Similar to like what we were talking about. Like, I also want to start setting goals for myself in the gym too. Like, I want to hit new PRs. I want to hit new highs. Like, I want to do all those kinds of things.
270 on the bench.
Yeah. For the business though, like content, I want to make more content. I'll see like what way I can play in the best, and obviously we'll do this together. Like how we can effectively maybe post a piece of content every day. I don't know how that'll work with a podcast or just with our brand in general. And merch, like he was saying before, we want to do 2 drops. Maybe we'll fucking bring on a couple baddies and start marketing for us. Get you guys out there on the IG looking good and the Go Getters merch. But yeah, those are some of the main crucial parts I think that we want to really focus on this year. And upgrading our content. Like, we want to make everything look visually better. We want to make better thumbnails, get better at what we do. Hopefully you guys will fucking stick around for the ride. We hope you fucking guys enjoyed. They're scootering and shit over there. But yeah, guys, it's been a fucking Corporate Nightmares episode 4. Thank you guys for an awesome year. I can truthfully say this is one of the greatest years of my entire life.
2022.
Boss. 2023, the 10X year. You guys will
Also.
see it, though.
Come on, son.
Come on, son.
Get yourself. Get right or get left.
Hit us up for the merch, too. Stop playing.
Love you guys.